When travelling through the city, there are usually many forms of transport to choose from. Trains, trams or cars, to name but a few. However, those can sometimes come at a price, with the possibilities of traffic jams, packed car parks, not to mention rush hour passenger frenzies. So maybe an electric bike is the answer? Well, let's find out as we check out the DYU C6 PRO electric city bike. Having worked with DYU before and so far liking their excellent range of e-bikes, when the opportunity came to review the C6 PRO, well, I struggled to say no. And the reason? Well, because of its many features that it has on offer. From the dual suspension to its Shimano 7-speed gears, plus a 36V 15.6 Ah removable battery with a range of up to 80 kilometers. Oh yes, and a basket. So let's get this thing unboxed and try it out. And first things first for me to pre-warn you about is that a little assembly is required before you can set off on your journey. Don't worry, it is pretty simple. However, if you do need any additional help, well, I've placed an assembly video link in the description below. Now in the box you get one DYU C6 PRO bike, one 17 and 14 inch spanner, one DYU Pocket 6-piece hex set, one extra large Allen key, one battery charger, one 13.6V battery, one chain bike lock, plus one instruction manual with warranty card. And with our city slicker constructed, we can now just see how it looks. First of all, I think it looks fantastic. As well as its solid construction with its high carbon steel frame, I personally like the almost retro look that the C6 PRO provides. The contrasting colours work well in bringing an almost relaxing and friendly design. It certainly doesn't come across as a boy racer's mad machine, but almost as a pleasant and helpful servant with some excellent benefits. At the back you have a handy rack which can handle an additional load of up to 25 kilos, before coming across the rechargeable battery which is removable for easy charging. At the front you see the dual suspension forks to absorb those notorious bumps in the road. And then of course we have the front basket where you can place those extra bits and bobs for easy access. You have front and back large 26-inch wheels which are both equipped with disc brakes, but the best thing about bigger wheels is not only more comfort against bumps, but also less strain on your pedaling feet. However, let's now dive into the control centre of this luxurious beast. Yes, I am talking about the handlebars, because here is where you'll come across the usual brake levers as expected, but there is also the LCD display for monitoring your speed, distance, battery life, as well as time cycling. And yes, don't worry, I will show you exactly how to use it shortly. On the right hand side is the throttle lever and Shimano gear shift push controls. In fact, this is not just the pre-mentioned control front, it is in fact your C6 PRO's epicenter. Front and rear mudguards come as standard to prevent unfortunate splashbacks, and you also have a super bright front headlight which is powered by the onboard battery, plus a rear tail light too, but this one is actually powered by two AAA batteries and does have to be manually switched on. When it comes to powering the bike itself, well, apart from yours truly, this is done so by the 250-watt brushless motor, offering you various speeds of travel and pedal assistance with a fantastic 80km range and 32 Newton miles of torque. Oh yes, this bicycle will get you almost anywhere without you having to do much in terms of cycling. So as you can pretty much see, DYU have attempted to cover all boundaries in ensuring all your needs are met with the C6 PRO and provide you with not only a safe but enjoyable ride. But as much as I would like to continue going on about the great design, flawless features and overall calm but solid presence, let's just see this in action. And so here we are, and one of the first things I've noticed when riding this electric machine is that although it is big and not to mention heavy, coming in at over 32 kilos, it doesn't come across as that when riding. The best analogy I can think of is imagine having a small run-of-the-mill car and then upgrading to a Humvee. It's bigger and bulkier but provides more room, more comfort and more robustness. Basically, this isn't really an e-bike because it feels like a tank. So how does it travel? Well, it is good. Really good. In fact, it's probably one of the most comfortable rides that I have tested. Whether this is the sprung cushion seat or the dual suspension forks, or maybe just a combination of both, I feel I could have gone on riding endlessly. But what about the mini computer operation? How is that? Well, let me show you how easy it is. If you just want to pedal and exercise, then just get on and ride. If you want to have the help from the combined motor and battery package, then there are a few simple steps to follow. First of all, you have to turn it on by placing the provided key in the battery and turning it to the on position. Then on the mounted LCD computer, press and hold the on button for a few seconds until it lights up. And that's it! Unless you do want to access the throttle as well, then you do need to select which speed you want via the mode options. This is done by pressing the plus sign and selecting modes 1, 2 or 3. Mode 1 will give you a throttle speed of up to 15 km per hour, Mode 2 is up to 20 and Mode 3 is up to 25. And whilst here, I may as well show you how to change a few things on the display for your own personal preference. For example, to change the brightness of the display, press and hold the plus and minus buttons for a few seconds, then choose between levels 1 and 3. To change what you wish to see with measurements, well, just quickly press the power button to cycle through volume, odometer, trip distance and time travelled. For throttle speed changing, well, this is done so by just pressing the plus or minus button when riding or stationary. And finally, if you wish to see imperial miles and not metric kilometers, well, once again just press and hold the plus and minus buttons until the display flashes, then press the power button once, then the plus or minus button to select kilometers or miles. And with all the computerized gadgetry out of the way, let us continue on our journey of invigorating yet relaxing physical activity. Seriously though, the ride is phenomenally smooth, and it is surprising when you think of just how big this contraption is. Once you are on the go, you simply cruise to your desired destination, whether this be up road hills or down cycle paths. The C6 Pro allows it with extreme manoeuvrability. Even on the bumpiest of journeys, the seat keeps your comfort level at a top of the scale position. And then combining this with the suspension as well, there is no reason why you can't tackle the most uncomfortable routes in a contented and enjoyable way. Whilst riding, I did notice a few extra things that I would also like to mention. First of all is the solid barrier protecting the battery itself, or more importantly, protecting you should an incident occur where you may come off the bike. You can relax knowing that no battery is going to come off flying with you. However, my favourite is the design of the handlebar grips, again created to show sophistication with its stitching pattern, but also luxury with the additional palm rests. Something you will be happy you have on those long voyages. And speaking of voyages, how have I found the C6 Pro with carrying me up inclining roads? Well, surprisingly, in most cases, considering the 32 kilo weight of the bike plus my own substantial load, the bike didn't even struggle. It just gets you to the top. Of course, I haven't exactly got mountains to truly put this to the test, but remember this is a city bike and I feel for going uptown slopes, you should have no difficulties whatsoever. If you are wondering about the gear shifters themselves, well, they work as expected. Glidingly smooth in fact. and with the front and rear trigger action, the whole process just continues the overall ease of the bike's usability. But with it being designed for the city and with its residing comfort and luxury features, does this then bring any issues to your daily biking commute? Well, in a way, yes, but I'm happy to say these are only minor points to think about and not actual flaws. What I'm trying to say is that because this is an extravagant e-bike and it's on the larger side of the scale, it can make manoeuvring between those tight spaces a more cautious experience. And then thinking of the weight of the C6 Pro, even though it still glides like a swan, if you are someone who has to carry this maybe up a few steps or have limited storage at home, then you will struggle to maintain the relaxing experience that the C6 Pro provides, as it is not a folding bike but a solid and spacious vehicle. And that's the only minor point I have to make, because everything else this electric transportation device brings to you, it does exceptionally well. And yes, although I did have a few comments made about my basket,
I thought you were delivering pizzas. You can't put your basket.
Well, if it bothers you that much, then you can just remove it or even leave it off during the original build. Personally though, I found it exceptionally useful and surprising just how much it can carry. Overall though, for my experience of trying out the DYU C6 Pro city bike, well, this is an awesome machine. Yes, it is big and yes, it is heavy, but what do you expect if you wish to ride with reassured relaxation, spacious manoeuvrability, and not forgetting on-the-go storage? The unique design and finish gives it a calm yet sturdy feeling, which then promotes your confidence when riding throughout your urban environment. Plus, the pre-supplied bike lock is also there for additional security should you need to leave your e-bike unattended whilst you run into the shops. Your rear end is well and truly looked after, and so are your legs for that matter, thanks to the motorised throttle and pedal assist options. And with the huge up to 80km range, along with the up to 25km/h throttle speed, you can rest assured that not only will you be travelling fast and far, but also, in most cases, without breaking a single sweat. And there we go, that was my quick review for the DYU C6 Pro electric city bike. So I hope this video has been of some use to you. However, just a quick disclaimer that although this bike was sent to us for the purpose of this video, all the thoughts and opinions expressed throughout this review are completely my own and completely impartial. Still, if you've got any questions or comments or even thoughts that you'd like to tell me about the C6 Pro bike, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Not forgetting, if you enjoyed this video and you like tech and gadgets, then please show your support to the channel by liking this video and of course subscribing as well. But until next time, thank you all for watching, please stay safe out there and I'll see you at some point very soon. Thank you.